welcome to Inside the Huddle, brought to you by Romo Athletics and powered by the Rolla Athletic Booster Club. I'm your host, Tom Brown, and today we got head Bulldog Golf coach Zack Nixon, and also with us is state champion Chaney Jordan. Man, thanks guys for being here.
Thanks for having us.
I tell you, it's windy outside. It's nice. We're kind of here in the heat. We're out here at Oak Meadow Country Club, so great place for you guys to practice and everything right here.
Oh yeah,
makes it nice. And again, we're in the nice. Everyone else out there a little chilly, but we're here nice and cozy, right? So man, what a few years! I mean, holy cow! You look at this run that you've been on the last 3 years. You guys have been to this to the state championship, right? As a team.
Yeah.
Chaney, you've been there 4 times. This will be your goal. This will be your 4th time. You make it this year. 3 times in a row. You guys have been 5th, right? And then you tied for 3rd, and then last year was the runner-up.
Yeah.
I mean, what an incredible thing. You got everyone back, including state champion, our first ever state champion golf, Chaney Jordan. What do you think heading into this year?
We're all pretty excited. I think, it's one of those sports that's pretty humbling. So we don't want to come in too overconfident. And so we're still thinking of ourselves as the underdogs going into every competition because we want to stay hungry. We want to work hard. We want to make sure our timing comes into play because, typically we want to take kind of slow starts and then we kind of build up as the season progresses. And this year we're starting a little hotter. We had our best start today. We got our side of the ridge. And we shot a 305, tied for 3rd. Last year I was looking, we were 11 out of 20. And typically we start slow, but everybody's been on the same page. They've been coming out early, they've been working hard. We kind of know what we want to do, which obviously is win that state championship that, eluded us the past couple of years and, give it everything we got.
Right. So Chaney, being a member of that, or again, you've been the lead in that team. This is going to be your 4th year on varsity. You're a 3-time All-State golfer. So what have you the boys been doing since that last springtime when second? Have you guys had this focus? Or?
Yeah, work hard. I mean, we all play summer golf, so we always just stay hot all the way through December, and then just as many times we can get out to the golf course, we're out here just working. I mean, that's all we really do.
Nice. So when you talk about summer golf, so you guys obviously all play, but then there's leagues and kind of tournaments and stuff you guys are playing.
So I play in the AJGA, the American Junior Golf Association. So there's 3-day tournaments against the best kids in the world. And Chayton Jansen started up on those last year. And then there's the Missouri AM, and then I went to the National High School Tournament last year for winning state. I played well in that. Our whole summer's taken up with just golf. That's all it is. We're traveling, and I enjoy it. I love it, and they love it too. So
that's great. Yeah, it's as a person that's, I hate to say a non-golfer, but my ability to consistently strike that ball is somewhat elusive. To be honest. So yeah, it's a tough one. It's a fun game, but again, the pressure of the game can get there. But if you're making fun and enjoying it, yeah, that's gotta be good. And as a coach, how great is that to have kids that just love to golf?
It's pretty amazing. I've been teaching or coaching, as I said earlier, since 2005, and we've had some really good kids. And these kids have lots of focus and direction. And plus, as you coach this long, you kind of change yourself. And I think that's one real area where I've worked on is actually including them in a lot more decision making because they have tons of experience and I can't see everything. And so they're as committed to winning as I am. They're putting in all the time. They want this as much as anybody. And so, having their insight and just certain things such as welcoming new kids in. We were doing putting drills one day, and Chaney came and said, "Hey, coach, every senior member should work with one of the newer freshmen or sophomores that haven't played as much." And so we just partnered up and just we're pulling everybody in and kind of showing them the culture of working hard and what it takes to be in the right levels.
I love that because, again, in any successful program, it is about the program, right? It's about the process you go through and bringing in the younger group with the older group. Again, someone like Chaney who's been here 4 years, coming through this process, having success that they can all look up to, and then connecting with them. That's a great suggestion to connect over. Tennis has just done the same thing where they have matchup days where they go do their drills together, and it's going to be they call them futures as the next week instead of like a varsity, but they have the varsity, the future kids. So I love that idea. And so what kind of made you think that was something you guys should be doing?
This year I was really just main focus on the team, and I mean I won state last year, but I really won a team state championship just because there's only been 2 others, and I know it would be monumental for everybody on the team and everybody around us, and I want Rolla to really be a golf school, and I think we can build that with culture, and I mean I want to be an example. Like, I'm not going to tell somebody to be out here, but if I show up every single day and they see how well I'm doing, maybe they'll just want to keep coming.
Lead by example. I love that. You talk about the 2 other championships. 77 and 82 were the only 2 state championship teams that we've had in golf, I think.
In golf
history, right? Individually, now again, you were the first golf state champion. And it's one of the interesting things. Again, I was always involved in full team sports, and so it was always that. But what I found is with all the individual sports that also have teams, so the track, the tennis, the wrestling, and golf, it's amazing how you're all out there competing as individuals because it is an individual activity, individual event for you. But you guys are so focused on the rest of the team because the overall success just means so much, and it's been one of the fascinating things for me is to see how important that is and how those sports really lead the culture concept of a rounded team. You know, you think about the team sport would be doing that, but what I've really found is the individuals that understand how important it is. Because again, like I said, you won your title, but really it's that state title, how much bigger that is, and now what can you do with everybody else around you? And that's just fascinating. I love to hear that. So what about the pressure? I mean, again, so coach, I mean, you giving them chances to help lead is a great way to do it. But how do you keep them loose so that they don't feel this pressure to get to that state title?
You know, one way to alleviate that is just by putting in the reps. We talk about it all the time. You put in the reps, and so then you go through your different mental processes. And so when you go and hit a shot, you're not worried about the outcome because you've been there thousands of times. So it's all part of your setup when you're aggressive when you go through those processes. It just kind of helps calm you down. And plus, like I said, I think we talked about it, but we're kind of still see ourselves as underdogs because whenever we get up there, Edmond schools have typically been more dominant in golf, and I still think we'll receive that way. And that's what we want to work. We want to work like we're the underdogs. Put in that extra time, put in the extra effort, and we want to still surprise people and show them that, even though we've done well in the past, we're going to continue to do well in the future and continue to keep on doing what we've been doing.
Establish yourself as a dominant program and whether that be a golf school. So coming back from last year, you return all your varsity players. So changing obviously the league. Then you had Nick Jones as another senior. Then we have Chayton, your nephew, Easton Brown, and then Chanson, your other nephew, or one of your other nephews. Honestly, that can be your varsity squad last year, right? And Chayton ended up being all-state qualifier as well.
Yes.
So is that still your varsity squad this year? Any changes? Anything going on?
It's still pretty much our varsity squad. It's been nice. Chayton, like I said, it's just one to go to. Like I said, we're a team sport. We're so individualized as well. But you've got Chayton and Chance who played a ton of tournaments, and they've gotten so much better. Easton did the same, and he's also gained about 20 to 30 yards. And then Nick, he's got lots of other things he has to do outside of school in the academic and athletic arena. And it was really cool. Around Christmas time, he sent me a text and said, "Coach, I'm giving myself the gift of being able to really devote a lot more time and effort towards golf." And it shows. I mean, he came out and he hit 16 out of 18 greens in our first tournament. And so, besides those top 5, you've got Dawson Caldwell. He's a freshman. He is a strong contender. And so there might be some playoffs in the future. I can't really tell because they're doing a rotating 5-round average. And so we want to have whoever's hot playing in the tournaments and give everybody a shot so everything's fair, so that everybody knows if you put in the work, you have a chance to be on the varsity squad.
Great. So that's kind of how you use it. So you use the scoring system on that thing. Because it's always one of those interesting things, right? Because you're like wrestle-offs, playoffs, and there's different individual team sports have ways of doing it, and that seems like you said, I like the approach.
If it gets really close after a 5-4 team run average, then they have an active playoff to go and see if performs under pressure.
Yeah.
And then that's about as fair as we could make it.
And of course, again, your thoughts on that? I don't know how.
I mean, I've never played a playoff, but I've watched a couple, so it's pressure, and whoever performs better, which, I mean, the better players are going to come out in the end, and they deserve the spot. I have no bias towards anybody on the team. If somebody takes your spot, that's their spot, But with our 5 right now, we have a lot of experience, and we've also played next to each other for a very long time. And I'd love to see the same 5 go to state again and win a state championship together, just because we went last year. I mean, I think we kind of have a chip on our shoulder this year from getting second when we thought we were going to take it all last year. But we'll see how it goes this year.
I like that a lot. So, let's see, you guys have had, how many matches have you guys had so far?
2 matches.
Okay. And you guys won both of those?
Yeah.
Great. And then so then you got in Bolivar you just had?
Yeah, there were 21 schools there, and we tied with Carl Junction, and then we got beat by 2 Class 5 schools. We're 4 Class 4 this year. And so Lebanon's really good, and Nix is really good. And we're going to see Lebanon tomorrow, actually, the MSU relays. And we're pretty close with Lebanon as far as playing competitors, but we really want to beat them. So we're going to try to bring it to them tomorrow and kind of be like, you got us the first time, but we're going to get you this time.
So how does that relay work? So there's going to be a lot of schools in that one, right? So do you put them in categories, or is it everybody just goes?
They have pretty sure they have a large class, which is Class 5 and 4, and Class 3 and 2. Isn't that how it goes?
Yeah.
And then, anyway, so we'll be looking to compete because those are a lot of schools that we see during conference. That's another thing we want to do is because, after this year conference, we won't be in that conference anymore. And we'd like to win conference one more time. We won it when he was a freshman. Yeah, we'd like to get that time.
Yeah.
So we want that, and then we want to kind of see what everyone else is doing in our conference. It's primarily Springfield area schools. And like I said, those people that we'll see coming up at that same, like I said, so the conference is at that same golf course as well.
That's a great opportunity. Will that be the only other time you'll be able to play on that officially as a team?
Yeah.
It's just this tournament and then the conference tournament.
Yeah, that's also where Shane won the junior match play, so he's got pretty good feelings coming into it. And so, we're looking forward to it.
So what's your favorite tournament to play in during the season?
I mean, I think I got to say Sedalia, since I won the state championship there. Yeah, I like that one. I like the MSU relays one too. My coach would be at that one too. And I mean, I'm hoping to go low at that one. So we'll see how that one goes. And then I always like districts, just because you're going in there and you don't know if you're going to make it to state or not. So you really have to be on your A game and you have to perform. We performed every single year, so it's not a problem.
So do you have any pre-match rituals or anything, pre-golf rituals that you do?
Well, usually in other sports, you listen to rap music and stuff like that. I like listening to Christian music just because it calms me down, and I want to be as calm as I can be. And then I put some stuff on my golf ball just to have God as in my mind while I'm playing. And me and my mom always pray before I go out. And ever since then, I've really started playing really well.
Awesome. That's a favorite artist that you listen to?
I like listening to Zach Williams. His songs, they're really good. Just all the Christian music that pops up, it just calms me down.
Nice. Love it. Well, anything else to look at for the year? We'll try to catch back up maybe during the year, then we'll get the postseason, and then we'll head down to state to live action or something like that.
Great.
Anything that you want the viewers to know about the golf team before we sign off?
If you want to be part of the golf team, start playing and sign up for summer camp, and we're looking forward to having you.
There we go. That's good to say. And your numbers, I'm sure, are pretty strong right now with the success you guys have had.
Yeah, they're pretty solid. We have sort of a pretty large 8th grade class coming in. I've been talking to quite a few of the few of the boys, and they're pretty excited about it. They kind of live out here too, and that's what's really neat already is guys that aren't even on the team yet. You know, they talk about playing with the Jordan boys and Easton and all those guys, and it's pretty cool where the program's headed.
Yeah, excellent. All right. Well, everyone, thanks a lot for Coach Zack Nixon and Candy Jordan. I'm Tom Brown, and we'll see you on the next episode of Inside the Huddle. Thanks, everyone.